welcome back to another edition of Cinema Circle, the show where we talk and do movie reviews of all your favorite releases coming out of Hollywood, the show that is for the fans, by the fans. I'm your host for today, Mr. Scenario Shaquille VonJevy, and this is a special episode of Cinema Circle. As you guys can see, Zander Francis and Kiki SB, my lovely co-hosts, are not with me today. But they will be joining me again for the Batman vs Superman pre-show that we have coming out in just a couple weeks. But today we are going to talk about movie news that has just dropped. Some dropped earlier this week, and some just dropped. So we're just going to talk a little bit about that, and just to see what we got here. So, first thing that I want to talk about is the Russo brothers just released a statement when they were in an interview, and it looks like there's going to be a controversial ending to Civil War. So this is what they had to say about it. The consequences of Civil War will have an even more significant impact than the Winter Soldier. In Civil War, we're going to change the Marvel cinematic psychology, and it's an extreme shift. Winter Soldier was a political thriller. This is a psychological thriller. There will be a very dramatic ending that will be controversial to a lot of people. Right off the bat, when I think about this, I'm thinking that they're going to do the more traditional storyline of Civil War and how that ended. I don't want to ruin it for you guys if you guys haven't seen it, but there is a dramatic storyline that I think that they would have a lot some pretty big balls if they did this in their cinematic universe, if they ended it the way how they ended it in the comic book. But I like this. I like this quote from the Russo brothers. I think that it's assuring us that, you know what, maybe we're gonna get some emotional depth in this movie, because I'm very worried about that. Because from the first Civil War trailer, I thought it wasn't heavy enough for me. The fact that the movie is based on Bucky, from what the trailer is telling us, that to me isn't heavy enough to split the team. Why is Vision choosing a side? Why is Ant-Man choosing a side? Ant-Man just got there. He doesn't really know them. So Bucky is no grounds to split the whole team in half. But I like the Civil War. The Winter Soldier was definitely my top favorite Marvel movie, standalone movie, probably aside from the Avengers. If they can bring that same kind of intensity to this story, then I think that would be great. What do I think will be a dramatic ending? I think that there's going to be some death in this. I know a lot of people were speculating, who could possibly die in this and whatever. But I think there's going to be a death in it, and I think that whoever they kill, they actually need to stay dead. So that's that piece of news that dropped. I'm very excited to see a little bit more on that. The next piece of news that dropped was from the success of Deadpool. It looks like the good old folks at Fox Studios are giving us it's in the talks to be giving us a Rated R Wolverine movie. Wolverine 3 is supposed to come out March 3rd, 2017. I hope it sticks to that release date. But I think that this is a good move. I think that if Hugh Jackman is leaving, I think that this is a good send-off for him. I think that Wolverine is a property that deserves to be a Rated R movie. I think it will be interesting. I think more people would be more keen to the idea. I mean, we saw how much Deadpool made, and Deadpool was a character that nobody really knew, right? So I think that you guys can do that with Wolverine. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be a Rated R movie like Deadpool was, because Deadpool is a little bit different. He was more of a raunchy type of character, more ratchet, as one of the people in the last video said. But there doesn't need to be any nudity. There doesn't need to be any cursing or whatever. Just more violence, right? We want to see Wolverine do that bazooka rage, and it will be kind of cool to see him. If he's going out, this is his last movie, it will be kind of cool to see him do that. But a part of me feels like if they continue to switch things up and make things a little bit more interesting and different, then maybe Hugh Jackman won't leave. So I'm interested to see this rated R Wolverine movie. I think it would be cool. But on the flip side of that, another movie has also announced that their Blu-ray cut is going to be an unrated version, rated R, and that's Batman vs Superman. Now, this, I think, is a little bit weird. I don't know if I like this, just because it would be cool to see a Batman vs Superman rated R movie, but I think this is a case of monkey see, monkey do. Because of the success of Deadpool. The movie's not even out yet. They shot this movie like 2 years ago, okay? The movie was supposed to come out last year, all right? And there was no talks about it being rated R. Now, we know Zack Snyder to be a rated R type of guy, but this does not lend itself to being rated R, just because I'm not sure if they shot the movie in rated R and then condensed it to be PG-13 for the masses, or if it's PG-13 and then now, because of the success of Deadpool, they're going to try to make an artificial rated R, and I don't think that that's authentic. That's what worries me. Now, another thing that I think is stupid about this is the fact that the movie's not even out, so you're already putting into people's heads that, hey, there's going to be a more badass version of the same movie that has not come out yet, and I think that that's kind of a weak play on their end. But I'm interested in seeing it. I think that a cool fight scene, like more blood, more violence, I think that would be cool. So, I mean, it might not necessarily mean that, I just think it was a little bit premature for them to announce that. Alright guys, so that will do it for this special episode of Cinema Circle. Remember that you guys can always contact us at cinemacircle1@gmail.com. Send us an email. Let us know what you think about the show. If you want us to address anything on the show, just let us know. Just type up an email there. Also follow us on Instagram at cinema_circle. And you can let us know what you think about this movie news that dropped. The three of us will be back for the Batman vs Superman pre-show. We'll see you then. Alright, thanks. Peace.